All right, I'm going to have a go at the Guardian's weekly cryptic crossword set this week by Anto, but first our cryptic clue of the day. Religious leader penned by male ox I venture 3-3. Religious leader penned by male ox I venture. All right, let's see what Anto has for us. Difficulty opposing what's up front. Oh, that's a nice clue, but I don't immediately see the answer. Earth cover lifted, revealing some stimulating objects. Another tricky one. Earth can be abbreviated to E. So maybe it's E plus a word for cover that is reversed, lifted. And it's going to be some stimulating objects. No, I don't see it. Sun immersed in drink is good for nothing. Well, sun is probably S, and that's going to be put inside probably a drink. And that's going to mean good for nothing. Yeah, I'm not getting any of these so far. Trace crime, farmer reported. Yeah, I don't know. I presume it's going to be a trace. Maybe we have to put in then a short crime and then a homophone for a word for a farmer, a grower. Yeah, I don't get that one. Unloved, obese revolutionary is a lethal agent. I think it must be a lethal agent. That 6-1 should give it away. Is it some kind of like dangerous chemical? Unloved. The revolutionary is usually che, but it could also mean we reverse the words, the letters. No, don't see that. Graduate as presented is pretty ordinary. No. Oh my goodness, this is a tough cryptic today. Comes back with note on limits. Well, I'm thinking comes back is probably a re-word like returns. And so I think then the note might be do-re, which can be spelled R-E. And that's going to go on a word for limits. And also how comes back. No, I don't see it. Embarrassing display by United in passage of play. Well, United is probably going to be the letter U. No. All right, back to the across. Shuts down shabby stores Scotsman has in center. That's, yeah, another tricky one. Shuts down, maybe? Shabby could be an anagram indicator, but stores is 6 letters on its own. Is it the center of Scotsman, which would be TS, I think? No. Heavy drinkers, they say, are quite rich. No, not getting this one either. Being a bit pious, a blessing can work. Finally, I got one, but it's the easiest type of clue of all, a hidden clue. And I think seeing a bit, here it's being a bit is the hidden indicator. And within pious, a blessing, we have usable, can work. All right, starting out, vandal expects real trouble. That's clear. Starting out, I'm wondering if we're to take the first letter of vandal, V, but then it's starting the 5 following words out. Vandal expects real trouble would all spell overt, and that would be clear. Oh, we have a Spoonerism. Price regulations, Spooner said, have no hope. Ah, no. Which side is the Spoonerism? I think it might be the price regulations. Something like cost rules, Rost cools, have no hope. Or is it Spoonerism for having no hope? Something fixed something. No. Unsaddle foal, bucking around without warning. All right, we have 12 letters, and unsaddle foal is 12 letters. I think we're going to buck that around or anagram it for without warning. I presume the one is going to be A. Unsaddle foal. What's the first 3-letter word? Going to be without warning. Yeah, let me pause, finish my coffee, and think about that. Well, actually, I got it first by thinking of the 2-letter word might be of, and then I noticed we have 2 L's, and I just thought, what if they went together? And all of a sudden, I got the answer. All right. Unofficial book for everyone showing where the public can't swim. That's another great clue. Is it where the public can't? Yeah, I'm thinking private baths. But how is that unofficial book for everyone? Private pools? Yeah, we'll come back to that one. Wolverine, perhaps, making our sheep restless around river. I'm thinking Wolverine, perhaps, is the definition. I don't know, is he considered a superhero? But yes, so our sheep is restless or anagrammed around R for river, I think. That will give us superhero. Meticulous, old deed. Well, old is so often O. I'm thinking we follow O with a deed and it's going to mean meticulous. I'm not thinking of a 5-letter word for meticulous. No. Expanding state benefit by 2 days is an easy task. That's a nice clue too. Now, I may need to know some British state benefit abbreviation. And then I'm wondering if maybe it has a day of the week hidden in it, an abbreviation, and we move it 2 days forward. No, it is a state benefit that I do know. Going on the dole. Yeah, I just thought, oh, maybe you add 2-letter Ds. And once I thought of 2 Ds, it was a doddle. All right, select fish for preserving. Oh, well, preserving, if that's the definition, the answer may end in ing, and there is a fish that comes up quite a lot, a ling. So I think it might be a word for select followed by the ling is going to mean preserving. Now, select can be an adjective as well as a verb. Preserving. No, I don't get that. Most reluctant to give positive response in bed. I think we're going to put a positive response, which might be just yes or I, AY, inside a word for bed. And it will mean most reluctant. I presume it's going to end in EST. Yes, we might actually have yes. And then the bed is a cot, and you get the coyest would be the most reluctant. All right, useless criminal sheds load dumping heroin. All right, criminal very often is an anagram indicator. Sheds load has 9 letters, but we're told to dump the heroin, which can be the letter H. And so we're going to have a word meaning useless out of SEDS, load. All right, let's try the anagram helper. Useless. Oh, it's probably going to be another LESS. Oh, I see we have dead loss. And I know people can call you a dead loss, but I always thought that was 2 words. But I'm going to go ahead and put it in and we'll find out. Yeah, like from that. Oh, well, I do see Italian snack ending in an O. And I think, yeah, that's very possible. And this one could be something. Oh, well, all right, that's the wrong one. There we go. Extremely smart acting enlivens where it's performed. Oh, okay. So extremely telling us to take the outer letters from smart acting enlivens. And that spells out stages where it's performed. So that's a bit of an and lit where the wordplay is also part of the definition. All right, where did I actually leave off? Keep out of sight and dodge bill. Oh. I think keep out of sight is probably going to be the more straightforward definition, but maybe it can be taken to mean dodge bill. What do you call it when you leave a restaurant without paying? Do a runner. I think there might be other phrases for that. Escape. Escape notice. Yeah, that's it. I don't know why or how I thought of escape there, but very glad I did. And then notice can be a bill. All right, does that help with my Select, ah, yes, if you select something, you pick it, and pickling is preserving. All right. The solution has 4 such letters. That's not verified. Ah, yeah, this is a term that you do come across reading about crosswords, or we'll see it at 15 squared, where so many letters are unchecked. And I know at least one of my viewers um, doesn't like it when there are less than 50% of the letters are checked. The old rules, from I suppose, the golden age of cryptic crosswords would say that you always had to have at least 50% checked. But here we have 1, 2, 3, 4. And so something that is unchecked is not verified. Ah, very good. Oh, so now my meticulous old deed does not begin with an O. Edict? A deed? Is that an edict? No, I don't see that. Oh, let me try my Italian snack. Have a go at trendy old. Well, trendy is usually in, and old is O here. And so I think it's going to be have a go at. What's a 3-letter have a go at? Try? But an Italian snack. Oh, I should know this, but no, I don't. Could, have a go. I immediately think of, chancing your arm at something, having a go at it, but you can also have a go at somebody if you attack them. Pepino, Bipino, Patino, Cappuccino. No. All right. Ooh, this looks interesting. Broadcast is copied in sequence. Ah, yeah. So actually, though, I don't think there are many words that would fit this pattern, but episodic, I think the definition is in sequence, and it is an anagram or a broadcast version of is copied. Okay, flat, casually put together in a bright way. I'm thinking it must be meaning in a bright way. I can only think of stupidly. That's definitely not right. Flat, casually, and put together. Yeah, I'm wondering maybe it's like a slang term for a flat, like something short for an apartment, but then put together. Yeah, I don't see this one at all. There's our Italian snack. And this one, force abandoning weapons causes annoyance. The S at the end seems wrong. I presume we have to think of a longer word for force and then take something for weapons out of it, and that's going to give us a word for annoyance. Yeah, I'm confident in the R and the L. Yeah, and I'm confident in the S as well. Oh, I think the definition is causes annoyance. Yes. And actually, it's the other way around. It's weapons, rifles, And force can be the letter F, which abandons the rifles to give you riles. There we go. Ooh, what's our, I still want this to be private, but it's obviously not private baths. Private decks? Although it does say book singular. Unofficial book, private pence, private... For everyone. Yeah, I think the for everyone is probably important too. So maybe it's not private. All right, let's go back up to the top half where I started very slowly for a weekly Quiptic. Yeah, I'm thinking this might be cost something. Oh, I'm thinking cost some L and then it becomes lost. Lost cause, cost laws. Yeah, there we go. Very clever. Oh, comes back, of course, would be rebounds. That's getting quite dark here. We're having a thunderstorm kind of day. So comes back with note and limits, of course, bounds. I should have thought of that. And here's our embarrassing display by United in passage of play. I don't know if the definition is a passage of play or is it an embarrassing display? Oh, an embarrassing display maybe could be a scene beside United. And maybe it's an actual part of a theatrical presentation, a scene, not a scene change. Scene end, is that, but... Five across, if the definition is shuts down, then it might begin with, or it might end with S, which means this one does begin with S for scene. By United, what's a short word for United? And then is there another meaning of passage of play? No. Oh, here's my... Oh, revolutionary might be telling us to anagram unloved obese, which is the right number of letters. Ah, yeah, I bet that's it. Oh, and so it's something dash O, a lethal agent. Ah, yeah, of course. It's just funny to see it written out like that, but I think it's 007. So it's an anagram of unloved obese. That's great, 007. All right, trace, crime. Oh, I bet the farmer is the tiller. And I think I've now given up complaining about the intrusive R. Tiller, and a crime. Yeah, we often see this is the definition for a sin, but of course it's a homophone, so it's a SCIN, and together we get a scintilla. All right, I paused to drink some water there, and of course I realized, which I'm sure you all did half an hour ago, that where the public can't swim would be a private beach. I don't know why I didn't think of a beach. But I still don't. Let's see, unofficial book for everyone. Oh, I think for everyone is each. Oh, and book I think is B, and I think unofficial is private. not sure I really get why private means the same as unofficial, but there you go. And then B for book, and then each for everyone. Oh, can I get my in a bright way? Let me pause and go through the alphabet for the first letter and see if I can think of a good word. Yeah, I got to L, and I did remember in books you'll sometimes see someone's eyes being described as limpid, where they're bright, I suppose, shining. And I think flat is limp, like the party was a bit limp, it was a bit flat. And casually is idly. And I think put together is really just a joining, saying put limp and idly together, and you get limpidly. All right. Let's try the top right. That was our shuts down. Shabby stores. Scotsman. Oh, could it be the inner? Yes, that's it. The center letters of shabby are AB, stores OR, and then the Scotsman was the TS, so aborts. All right. Oh, well, surely, yeah, graduate might be a BA. And if you're a proofreader or something, you might write down sick to say this is the way it was originally. Don't blame me for any typos or grammatical errors. And that gives basic. All right. I know, it's sort of a comedy punchline where you do some improv and you say, and scene. Could this be seen and? I don't think so. All right. Heavy drinkers, they say, are quite rich. I'm wondering about platinum, but it might be quite rich platinum, but how is that heavy drinkers, they say? Platinum? No, don't get it. That's our sun immersed in drink is good for nothing. Our earth cover lifted. Isn't the word cover reversed? Revoc? Erevoc? Now it does seem to be a plural answer. It's stimulating objects. No. That's our embarrassing display, which is what I'm putting on. Um, Meticulous old deed. Maybe it's just a simple double definition and there's a word for an old deed. Event. No. All right, I think I'm going to have to go to Wordplays and try and find my Italian snack. Well, I saw there was some kind of pear dish called pepino. So I was thinking, well, have a go at. Is that really the same as pep? But then I saw there was panino. And it's funny, I would know what a panini is, but I think a panino is a sandwich. So I think to have a go at might be to criticize and therefore to pan. All right, so now my meticulous old deed. Oh, exact would definitely. Oh, old is X and a deed is an act. Ah, so obvious when you get it. Um, my goodness. Oh, I haven't looked at this one for a while. Difficulty, opposing. What's up front? I think that must be the definition. Just having the question mark there, what's up front, but I think it's going to be a funny definition. And so I think we're going to have a charade of a word for difficulty and then a word for opposing, maybe. Oh, I think it must be something side. What's up front, not backside. I don't see that. Oh, there's some thunder in the background. All right, I think I'm going to have to go back to word plays. I really hate having to use word plays for these puzzles I do on the Sunday, the Quiptic and the Everyman, but I think I have to for a few of these. I'm just not getting them. I was so close to the answer. That's annoying that I just didn't think a little bit further. A part of a play might be simply scene one, act one. And if we're united, we are one. So that's all that was. Heavy drinkers, they say, are quite rich. Yeah, so the they say could be a homophone, or it could be referring maybe to some phrase people use. No, I even went to word plays. There are a surprising number of words that fit this pattern. Of course, a lot of IOUS words. I mean, maybe a straightforward definition is heavy, but then punningly, maybe drinkers, they say, are quite rich. And so there's some saying or something, but I'm just going to go ahead in the interest of time and put in platinum. And let's go ahead and check that one. No, I'm actually going to reveal this, which is very rare for me on the Quiptic. Luscious. Oh, heavy drinkers, they say, are luscious, of course, and quite rich, like a luscious chocolate pudding. Oh dear, yeah, that's disappointing. It'll be interesting to see at 15 squared if others had issue with this or if it's just me. Anyway, sun, which I presume is that S, immersed in drink, is good for nothing. All right, let me try and think of a... Oh, yeah, as soon as I say that, I was actually already thinking of drinks. The very obvious one would be water. And put in the sun and you get a waster, a good for nothing. All right. Difficulty opposing what's up front. Oh, could it be downside? Yeah, I think a difficulty maybe you might call, or like a con of something, an argument against it might be the downside. And I think opposing is saying what is the opposite of up is down, and the opposite of front might be side. I'm fairly confident in that. All right, so now our earth cover lifted, revealing some stimulating objects. Just thinking of dollop would fit, but it doesn't mean any of those words. Earth? Is earth the definition? Cover lifted, revealing. Is it a hidden clue? Seems too long to be hidden. Do we have a D and an L close together? Not really. Yeah, let me pause and run through the alphabet for this one. All right, well, I got it. I'm a little surprised to find this in the Guardian. We expect this sort of thing from Paul, but I think it is dildos. Earth is sod, a cover is a lid, and you reverse all of that to get these stimulating objects. I was not expecting that today. All right, I'm not 100% confident on these, but let's go ahead and check all. It looks like everything else stayed in there. All right, that's wow, my goodness, 35 minutes, and that's including a few pauses. But let's head on over to 15 squared and see what the people there are saying. All right, the blog is by SC Chua. Down, opposing up, yeah, luscious, usable. I think I understood them all, unlike the everyman that I did earlier, and which you will have seen yesterday, perhaps. There's some pickling. Looks like a science experiment. Yeah, there we go. A panino, yeah, there, a lovely sandwich. Oh, that bread looks lovely. Took me a while to get there. Northwest corner, took a bit of thought. Oh, is dead loss really a single word? Yeah, and limpid, is it the same as in a bright way? Can't say I enjoyed this. Yeah, good to see a proper singular panino. Yes, maybe it's one of these words that we've taken from another language, but we use it incorrectly. I thought the cryptic was now taking up the slot left by everyman. Seemed like a regular cryptic to me. Yeah, I think the homophones always have people questioning them. Oh, Collins says dead loss, 2 words. Uh, Friday was much easier than today's cryptic. Yeah, so quite a few people seem to be questioning this and the level of difficulty and the few clues. Anto's cryptics are routinely harder than the slot requires. Yeah. Oh, then my elderly Chambers has dead loss as 2 words. Anyway, I was able to get the answer even with that. All right. Well, that was a tricky one, but I got there in the end. Anyway, thanks as always for watching and have a wonderful day and a wonderful week ahead.